Hey guys, got a Bytes chart update here. We left off on the 13th on Sunday here and went ahead and created the weekly pivot chart. And as you can see, pretty weak overall chart for the Bytes price, especially when looking at the fact that Ethereum is going up too. So a lot of sell pressure right now and just not enough demand. So we got the central pivot basically acting as the resistance here. As you can see, it did touch that. And yeah, so we couldn't find any support. We did have some support for a second here, some volume come in at this first support. And then we went ahead and tested this one again, same thing. Some volume at this $9.20 area. And then we ended up actually breaking all the way through. And the main reason why we're seeing this right now is if you look at the liquidity pool. So overall, the volume's trying to tick up a little bit, but still pretty weak volume. But if you look at the liquidity, you'll see that there's just no support here. So, you know, there's only 0.29 Ethereum locked up to sell into. So that's why we're seeing these huge spikes lower. So I don't expect this to stay like this. I think some people will come in and start to provide more liquidity in these ranges, basically some buy supports. That's what I did. I did have a buy order at, where was it? I think it was all the way back up here actually. So yeah, we're much lower than where I bought. I feel like when I did buy, it was right around this area. But when you look at the price in the Ethereum ratio, it's a lot lower now. So I think the USD dollar that I bought was like 9-ish. But because the Ethereum ratio is coming down a lot, obviously could have got better fills for the Ethereum that I put up. So yeah, we're going to be watching this USD chart. Maybe we'll find some support. Maybe we'll see some more utility come out. But for right now, there's just not much on the horizon to push this price higher. So we are below all the support. So now we're just kind of hanging out here. But we are starting to get some buys come in. And yeah, I think overall it should be fine long term. So I had this liquidity range here. So from my previous video, I've sold this top here and I went ahead and just created a all Ethereum liquidity range to get some fees and to accumulate. I never thought we would have had this large of a spike down. So this is a more conservative range for me that I had. I ended up making over $550 worth of fees during this. It was a 7-day period. So overall pretty happy with, $60 a day in extra fees, but really I could have created a larger range instead of going from here, this top of 50 down to 41, could have made it down maybe to this third support, but this is a pretty rare occasion. We don't normally have this much volatility in the market as far as reaching the second and third resistances and support. So a little bit out of character. So it's really hard to predict this, but to be safe, you could do that. So so for right now, I am in all Bytes. I accumulated a significant amount of Bytes. So I don't feel it's a good plan to put those Bytes to work at such cheap prices. Basically, it'll just turn into a large and permanent loss as some more buying comes in and basically just takes all the Bytes away and lose that upside. So right now with the market cap at where it is, I feel like it's just a good buy and hold. So I'm just going to wait for that to go back up. And let's just keep moving here. And we already talked about this where there's just no liquidity here. All the liquidity is much higher. So yeah, big brain would be to come in and provide some liquidity, some Ethereum right here. So if that's you, not a bad idea to come in and buy this dip here. So over the last I guess we call it 5 days here, we're slightly moving lower with the amount of holders still moving down. So Yeah, not a good sign. We just don't have any real utility yet. Becker still hasn't released exactly what we're going to be using the bytes for. So I'm just going to be patiently waiting. The supply is moving higher and the market cap is just moved. We just had a spike up and then it moved back lower here. So I am going to be looking for this to pop back up. I feel like all this is definitely going to get bought up. Um, so we'll just keep moving here and we'll just finish off with the macro view. So the other day on Wednesday, the Fed announced they were going to raise the interest rates a whole 1/4%. Wow, you know, they're really really trying to fight that inflation by raising the rates 1/4%. So no big deal. Markets basically price it in and overall pretty bullish if you look at the market. After that happened, we had a nice spike and basically in preparation for that. Um, but what we're seeing now is the interest rates. We have the bond market here, and the interest rates went ahead and spiked all the way up to 2.18%. So this was to be expected. So I think what we are going to have now is, as I've said before, we're going to settle in this 2% range. So had this nice spike higher. We're going to see the banks take off pretty well if you watch the bank stocks. I think this is going to be a good year for them because, you know, obviously higher interest rates means more profits. So yeah, this is going to move higher and we're going to just settle around this range here. So um, to put into perspective what that means for the markets, obviously this was a very bullish thing. I was talking about Sunday, possibly we had a red Monday and then the buy that dip for turnaround Tuesday, and that's what we had. So what we can see now is maybe a little bit of a pullback. This is what I'm hoping for, especially in the crypto market. I want to get in some more buys, shake out some more sellers. So as the interest rates come back down towards 2%, that means the TLT will come back up. So I'm going to expect to see some money come back into the bond market. We still have about 4 hours left in the trading day. So more money come into the bond market, some more safety here. And that means some money possibly coming out of the stock market over the weekend, just because you never know what's going to happen with the Ukraine and all that stuff. So hoping for a pullback, but overall it's looking pretty bullish. Starting to see the MAC, not the MAC, the Fisher transform, the momentum start to move higher on the bonds here. So we'll be looking for that. And yeah, that's basically it. Just to check up on Bitcoin. I feel like these pumps have just been continually sold off. So I don't think this is any different. We had a nice, you know, bullish case for Bitcoin with the interest rates and everything going on. But overall, I feel like this will just get sold off too. So overall, this does look good with the momentum, but it could easily just move lower. And the same with Ethereum. We're just going to have a nice bounce here, maybe just flat over the weekend. And I am still predicting that we come back and test these lows here. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. So that is all I have for today. If you have any questions, let me know and I will catch you later.